Well, hello there. Finally awake. Huh? So which personality type are you exactly? INFP, I think. Ain't that something? MBTI tests do rot your brain. Hold on. This isn't... MBTI! Huh? What the hell is this? I wouldn't be thinking about MBTI right now if I were you, precious viewer. You see, it's been decided that you're going to learn Socionics.
Let's go back in time to when the story began. Across two corners of German-speaking Europe, two psychiatrists were independently working on what would turn out to be complementary pieces of the same puzzle. The first of whom was Carl Jung. Jung was an assistant of fellow Swiss psychiatrist Eugen Bleuler and a close associate of Freud. But he himself wanted to pursue his own theoretical direction, so, after parting ways, he eventually published a book in 1921 called Psychological Types. Jung had been trying for years to account for something he kept observing, because to him, people didn't just differ in personality the way we usually mean that word. They seemed to differ at a more fundamental level, in the very way they orient themselves to reality.
Hey, you didn't think I'd leave you in that tense atmosphere the entire video, did you? As if. Oh, right. Where was I? So what Jung observed was that some people move through the world primarily through engagement with concrete facts and physical experience. Like you can see my buddy Koenji here doing. While others lived mostly in the realm of abstraction and pattern. Other people processed everything through frameworks of logic and cause and effect. And then there were other folks who led with relational and emotional attunement. See, these differences weren't just superficial preferences. He felt that they were something closer to the essence of the person. What he proposed to the world was a structural account of those differences. He described the following 4 cognitive functions: thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition, after which argued that each could be oriented outward toward the external world, or inward toward the inner world of concepts and feeling states. This gave him 8 possible orientations, 8 ways of habitually leading your engagement with reality, and he argued that each person develops a dominant one that shapes everything else about how they think and relate. This then leads us to another less cited figure working in this territory, Ernst Kretschmer. He was a German psychiatrist who had arrived at a distinction that would, to a lesser degree, become influential for one of the key distinctions in Socionics. Kretschmer described 2 fundamental temperament types he called the cyclothyme and the schizotype. The cyclothyme being characterized by emotional openness, variability of mood, and the fluid responsiveness to the surrounding environment. The schizotype by a more self-contained inner life, emotional reserve, and a tendency toward abstraction and systematization. What he was describing were descriptions of normal personality variation, two ends of a spectrum he had observed running through the general population. Both Jung and Kretschmer were approaching the same underlying question from different angles. The question of what the stable structural differences between human minds actually look like, and whether they can be mapped in any principled way. Neither of them had a complete answer, but together their frameworks contained the raw material for something far more systematic, and it would take a woman working several decades later in Soviet Lithuania to see how they fit together. Oh, I see you managed to finish part 1. Not too bad. Your knowledge is growing. It's pretty good. But I think you look just about ready to join my Typology Discord community. You'll find the link down in the description below, so definitely come hang out and, talk about Socionics and meet new people, maybe dualize a little, But whatever you do, don't make me regret inviting you. And if you'd like to support me and my team in creating more content like this and continuing to grow the community, our coffee is linked down there as well. So any support is greatly appreciated. But with that being said, don't think we're stopping here. We're just getting started. There's still a lot more to cover, so if you enjoyed part 1, leave a like and definitely look forward to part 2 of this series. And one last thing before you go.
Subscribe, or else.
Michael, don't leave me here. Michael, Michael.